Let's see if anybody's joining me. Joan, thank you for joining. Can you just confirm that you can hear me? It said that my sound was off, so I just want to check that you can all hear me. So let's wait and see. Sherry says yes, you can hear me. Yep, we're good.
Okay.
We got thumbs up. Okay, I'm gonna flip this back around so that Paula can be behind the camera.
All right.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
It is Wednesday. It's Hump Day.
It is.
I should have had a really fancy shirt or something.
With watermelon
right?
on it or something.
With watermelon, yeah. Anyway, welcome everybody. Super excited to be here today. So I'm hoping that Patrick does not find out what we're about to do today, because we're going to start a mystery without him. So we are going to start mystery number 53 today. So we are going to do the cutting and a little bit of sewing. There is a lot of cutting on this mystery. A lot.
Cool.
So we'll do a little bit of sewing, but it's going to be primarily preparation.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see, what do we have going on this week? I believe on Saturday we have Floriani Club with Miss Nancy. We do have a giveaway, and this is something that Val made, and this actually goes over your ironing board. So it's like a hanging organizer for your ironing board, and it's got pockets on both sides.
Oh, that's so
and
cute.
then it's got the pin cushion right up on here. Isn't that cool?
It's really cute.
And this is going to go to Marge Green.
All right. Yay, Marge.
So, Marge, we will set that aside for you. Today we had a class here in the store that I taught. It was kind of a blast from the past. It was a Kimberbell class. And we had one of our Facebook out-of-towners fly in for the class. Can you believe that?
Yay.
So it was so wonderful to have you in class today, Kathy. So thank you for joining us. We really appreciate you taking the time to come see us. And
Yeah, it was really nice to meet you.
Yes, absolutely. Let's see, we have the next Serger Club project. And this is my project. And this one will be next Friday. So Friday the 30th, and this is the flat lock tote bag. The class is $10, I think, and the kit fee is $14.99.
It's really cute.
It is pretty cute, isn't it? And Matt has some jokes for us today.
Yay, Matt.
Oh, Matt has a joke for us.
Matt has a joke.
Come join us,
It's pretty
Matt.
funny, actually.
It is really funny.
So it says how times have changed. So it says 1990s in quotes, and then it says don't get in a car with strangers. It says in the 2000s, don't meet people from the internet alone. And then it goes to 2020. Order yourself a stranger from the internet and get into a car with him alone. It says Uber.
Right.
That is so true.
That is very
oh
true.
my gosh. What else is new, Matt? What else have we got going on?
Sick kid.
Sick kid? Well, okay, we have a sick kid. And Saturday, where are we off to?
We're off to Baby Lock Tech in St. Louis. We get to see the new Radiance.
Oh, we're going to do a Facebook Live, you and me?
Yeah?
Yeah.
So this is a mother-son trip.
Boy, woo.
He's really excited.
Thrilled. But I am excited to see the Radiance.
I am too. I think it's going to be super cool. We can't wait. So we leave on Saturday.
Like 9.
Yep, and we'll be back to work. It's a really quick trip, but we'll
Yeah.
be back to work on Tuesday. And
Wow,
we'll
that's
be
a
able-
really quick trip.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll be back Tuesday.
Yeah, we'll be back. Okay, anything else going on? No?
New product launch. Did you say that?
No, go ahead.
I don't know when it is.
Okay. September 11th.
I know we're having it.
So the virtual new product launch will be September 11th, and that will take place of our usual 2 p.m. right?
Yes, the
Yeah.
live. Yep.
Okay.
Our usual 2 p.m. live. So that will, and then if you're wanting to join us locally, that will be
10th.
the 10th
Thornton.
at
Here in
10
Thornton.
a.m. in the Thornton store, and Thursday the 12th at 10 a.m. for Littleton. And we do ask for you to sign up so that we know how many people are coming, so we can be prepared for snacks and goodies for you. But also, if you're going to be joining us live that day, we'd really like you to sign up, because that is actually how we will draw
Send me-
names for the
And the live isn't on Facebook though, right? Is
yes,
it
it
through
will.
Zoom?
No,
okay.
it's through Facebook. So that's actually from the people that register for the class. That will actually be how we will draw the names for the giveaways. So please, even if you're joining us on Facebook Live that day, it's free to sign up. You can go to the website and then you can get registered to join us on the product launch.
Yep.
That's going to be fun. We got fun stuff.
There's a
So-
ton of stuff.
So even if you're a local customer, but you're also going to watch on the Wednesday, go ahead and get signed up for the virtual one too, because that will put you into the entries for the virtual giveaways.
2 chances to win.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, let's see. Anything else we have going on? I don't think so. I think we are ready to get going. Do we have any questions today, Paula?
Do I have any or do they have any?
Do they have
No,
any?
no, not yet.
Do you have any questions
No,
for me, Paula?
I'm good.
Well, now we figured out that no one has any questions. Let's go ahead and we'll get started on Mystery 53.
Okay.
You want to come around this way?
Sure.
So we've got the numbers in the right direction
Sure.
for everybody. So Mystery 53 is a table runner, and there's really not too much of a secret what we are making a table runner for.
Okay, you
So-
know what? I missed a question. I'm getting reminded that I missed a question.
Okay.
Sorry. From Renee Adams. Kate and Matt, please see the picture play on the new Radiance for me.
Please. Oh, yes. Okay. I'm pretty excited. So the picture play, from what I have seen, is where you can import a photo into the Radiance. And there, I believe there is 10 different options, whether you want it to be like a cartoon or all of these different types of ways that it will automatically digitize your photo.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. So Renee, absolutely.
Sorry, Renee. I didn't understand what you were asking, so I wasn't sure.
So we will definitely be, that's actually one of the first things I want to try and stitch out on the machine too. Okay, so Mystery 53 is Halloween. It is $29.99, and this is your kit. I'm going to go over the kit first of all. This is your backing fabric. The backing fabric could be different in the kits. The rest of the fabric will be the same. Okay, so you will need, we're going to put the backing fabric away because we do not need that today. So you need 3/4 yard of black. And then we have a white with mini black dots, and that one is a fat 1/4. And then we have an orange tone on tone with a small print on it, so I call it the orange print. And that one you need a fat 1/8, and a fat 1/8 is 9 by 21. Then we need a scrap of a lime green.
Okay.
And then we need 4 other fabrics. And these can all be random Halloween or black and orange prints.
I love those.
Yep. And these are going to be, they're going to get cut down, but initially in your kits, you will need 3.5 inches by width of fabric.
Okay.
Okay?
Karen, we will have the new 990s at the anniversary events in the embroidery room.
Okay. Ready to get cutting?
Yes.
So I
Can't
hope
wait.
it's a lot.
Yep.
Okay. So we're going to start with the black. Now, when these directions have not been posted yet, okay? But when they get posted, everything will tell you what to label a cut. And if you have the pins that have the ABCs on them, this would be the ideal time to use them because you can cut all of the A's, put the pin through it, and hold it all together. We don't have any of those pins here at the store, and I forgot to bring mine from home. So I'm doing it the old-fashioned way, if you want to show them over here. I'm doing it the old-fashioned way, and the old-fashioned way is to literally write an A. I got little baggies, and we're going to bag everything because it really is important that you keep all of these. There's a lot of cuts, and some of them are really close together in size. Okay, so we're going to lay out our black fabric. And the first thing we are going to cut, so I'm going to even it up on one side. And the first thing we are going to cut is 4 2.5-inch strips.
Anne is using those pins in my Southern Stars.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Do you do a lot of labeling on that one?
Uh-huh.
So I do believe that Amanda kindly put those up on the website. If anybody doesn't own those and is needing those, we do have them up on there. Or, of course, you can leave a comment on here, and we'll get those for you.
They're pretty awesome. It's nice not to have to cut out little pieces of paper and
Yeah.
pins and stuff like that.
Okay, so we need 4 2.5-inch pieces. These are not labeled, but they are set aside for later. Next, I need 1 5.5-inch strip. And out of that 5.5-inch strip, it will tell you what to subcut. So all of these cuts are out of this 1 5.5-inch strip. That's why I've inset them in, okay? So out of the 5.5-inch strip, I want to cut 2 that are 10.5. So I'm going to leave it folded and cut 2 that are 10.5. This is where the pins would come in handy. These are going to get labeled I.
I love cutting things up and putting them in little baggies for them to get them all ready to go. I love that.
I know.
Yeah.
So these are labeled I. Don't ask me why we don't start with A.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
When I was proofreading that, I was like, huh.
Now I need 3 strips that are 1.5 by 21 inches. So it looks like I just need to even this up a little bit. And I need 3 strips that are 21.5 by 1.5.
I love how you say that. 1.5. 5.5. 1.5. So much prettier than the way we say it. Of course, you're a we now.
I am a we now.
You're legally a we.
I'm a we that talks different now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got 1.5-inch strips. Now it does tell me by 21, but I really don't need to worry about that because these are now going to get cut down again.
Okay.
Okay, so I need 10.5. So now this is going to be 2 1.5 by 10.5. And this is going to be labeled H. So 1.5 by 10.5. All of these cut directions will be put up onto the website after I have finished cutting everything today. Okay, still out of these 1.5 inch strips, I need to cut 2 that are, and I'm just going to lay these on top of each other. I need 2 that are 6, 1.5 by 6. And that is going to be labeled E. And then I need 8, 1.5 by 2.5. So I need 8 of these, and I've got 2 at a time. So 2, 4, 6. Patrick normally keeps count for me.
2, 4, 6,
8.
Sorry, slacking on my job here. 2, 4, 6, 8.
And those are going to be G. And then I need 1.5 by 1.5.
How many of those do you need?
It says 7. Doesn't that seem like an odd number?
Yeah.
Please hold.
Maybe 8 would be a safe number.
Seven.
Okay.
We're going to go with 7.
We'll go with 7. It's a mystery. Don't know what's going to happen.
2, 4. Uh-oh. 6. Okay, we're going to set these aside for just a minute. We got plenty of fabric.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Next, we are going to cut one strip that is 2.5 inches wide.
So the one we did before the 1.5
Was a 5.5.
what did we do before that?
Oh, 2.5.
and
One
that
and a
was
half.
letter G.
And that was the letter G.
And then we went to
Then we went
the
to
1.5.
7, 1.5 by 1.5, and we're going to label it A, but I only got 6 out of my strips.
Right.
Okay, so I still owe 1 to that pile. So we're moving on to the next cut, which is a 2.5 inch. Now, when you look at the directions here, this 5.5 inch strip is going to get these cuts. The 2.5 inch strip is going to get these cuts. Okay. So out of the 2.5 inch, I am going to cut 8 2.5 inch squares.
okay.
2,
2, 4. Sorry. 6, 8.
Okay, so we have 8 2.5 inch squares, and these are going to be labeled C. Then I need 4 2-inch squares. So remember, this is 2.5 inches. So I'm going to cut it 2 inches this way. These are both 2 by 2.5 at the moment, so I'm going to rotate them and make them 2 inches both sides.
Okay.
And so this is for 2 inches. It's going to be labeled B.
You know how you use these little plastic bags? I use these little Ziplocs, and I reuse them and reuse them. And
Oh,
reuse
yeah,
them. And I have a whole like basket of them in my sewing room.
Do you?
And my
For
grandkids were down there, and I always give them snacks in Ziplocs.
Uh-huh.
And so my grandson goes, Nana, did you eat all these snacks? Yeah, just sit down here and gorge myself while I sew.
That is hilarious. Okay, then I need 1 2-inch by 3 1/4. So I'm going to cut the 3 1/4. Rotate it around. This is 1 piece, 2 by 3 1/4, and it's going to get labeled D.
D. Okay. We're getting through them.
Yes, we are. Okay, before I go any further, I'm going to go back to that little 1 1/2-inch square that I'm missing,
Okay.
and I'm just going to cut it out of this strip set here.
Okay. Shoo. We have 7.
7 1 1/2 by 1 1/2 labeled A.
Okay.
Okay, now I am going to cut 2 1 1/2-inch strips.
We're still on black.
We're still on black. This mystery has a lot of pieces to it.
It's going to be worth it, though.
Yep.
Stinking cute.
Okay. And out of this, I've got 2 1 1/2-inch strips. And I am going to layer them on top. So I'm cutting 4 at a time. And I am, what's the matter?
Oh, they're folded. I was going to say,
They're
how are you getting
folded.
4 out of 2 strips? But they're folded still.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And these are going to be cut 12 1/2 inches. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and I need 1 more. So I'm going to take one of these strips, open it up, and cut another 12 1/2.
Okay.
And this one is going to be labeled, uh-oh. Oh, I'm like, where did my F go? This one is labeled F.
Yeah. Okay.
We're done. With black.
With black.
Mm-hmm.
And you have a little bit left over if you have a miscut.
Yep. So here is your leftovers. We're going to put this all in here, and we're going to save for later. Okay, ready?
Yep.
Are they getting bored yet?
I don't think so. Nobody's
Okay.
saying that.
Okay, we're moving on. Now, this is where the
You're
labeling...
getting lots of hearts and thumbs up, so they're good.
Okay, this is where the labeling gets complicated. I would imagine if Patrick was behind the camera today, he would be getting nervous about re-sewing all of these pieces together. So we're going to give him a nice surprise when he gets back. Okay, because now we're going to do 2 letters together. So we're going to do like GA and GB and...
Okay.
Yeah, it gets interesting.
Okay.
So now we are going to go to the white with mini black polka dots, and this was cut as a fat quarter. What we are going to do with this one is before we start any cuts, we are actually going to cut this in half. So we have 2 fat eighths.
Okay.
So to make a fat eighth, your ending size is 9 by 21. So make sure you don't cut it the wrong way, because you can cut it the wrong way. Make sure your selvage edge is along the bottom or the top edge. And we are cutting this so we have two pieces, roughly 9 by 21.
Okay.
And then we're going to layer them on top
Okay.
of each other.
Okay.
And we will neaten up these edges. Personally, if you're buying a kit and you've got these creases in it, I would recommend you go press this fabric, okay? Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to rotate this way because all of my cuts are going to be short pieces. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is neaten off the left edge.
I need to teach myself how to cut left-handed. I love how you can do that.
And then I'm going to cut the bottom edge off so it's all nice and even across the bottom.
Okay.
So each time I cut, I am cutting two. My first cut is 5.5 by 8.5. So I'm going to do 5.5 inches. Now remember, this is 5.5 by 9,
Right.
and I need 5.5 by 8.5. So I'm actually just going to rotate this and cut off 1/2 inch. That's my first cut. This is going to be labeled. I did not come up with this labeling system. GA.
It'll make sense as you put it together.
Yes. So GA is the first one. The next one is 3.5 by 8.5. Remember, I've got the 8.5 here, so I need 3.5. I'm going to rotate this again and make it 8.5 here. And this one is going to be labeled
G.
GB.
B.
Now I need 5 1.5 inches. Please hold. I need to think about this. Okay, so I need 5 cuts, which is actually going to equal 10 pieces, right?
Mm-hmm.
1.5 inches. 2, 3, 4, 5. This first one is going to be 1.5 by 8.5.
Don't freak out about all the cutting. You can do it. You can do it.
This is going to be labeled GC. Next, I need, and this is why I would really recommend you press this fabric so you're not dealing with this. Next, I need 4 pieces that are 1.5 by 4. Now, remember, this is 2 together, so I'm just going to bring them together again and cut this on the 4. So I have 4 pieces, 1.5 by 4.5, and this is going to
1.5
be,
by 4 or 4.5?
I'm sorry, 1.5 by 4,
Okay.
thank you. And this is going to be labeled GD. Next, I need 6 pieces. I'm actually going to layer these all on top of each other because that will give me 6 layers. And I need 6 pieces that are 1.5 by 2.5. This is going to be labeled GE. And last, now remember I've got 2, 4, 6 at a time. And I need 16 1.5 inch pieces.
Okay. So that's 6, 12, 18. And how many do you need?
16.
Okay.
So I'm going to remove 2. Do you ever do that though? You put it all together and you have 2 pieces left over and you wonder what you did wrong?
Yeah.
So I'm removing the pieces out of my bags
There you go.
because I don't want to have that alarm go off in my
Right.
head when we are
Yep.
on video. Okay, so that is 16 1.5 by 1.5s, and these are GF. Okay, the rest of this white fabric is going to get set aside.
Okay.
Next we have the orange print. And this one I'm going to set it aside. This is a fat 1/8, so I'm going to set it on the cutting table with the long part in front of me and 9 inches high. And I am going to trim off this one end. And this is going to be trimmed 9 inches by 12.5.
Everybody's thinking this is a lot of little pieces.
Yeah. 9 by 12.5.
Okay.
This 9 by 12.5 gets a subcut. It needs to be cut 12.5 by 2.5.
2.5.
It is so cute though. This one is really
Oh, it's way cute. Way worth the work.
2.5.
You cutting 2 of these?
Yes. So I need 2 12.5 by 2.5. And this one is going to be called PA.
Okay.
Then I need, I'm going to set this piece aside. Then I need 5,
Patrick is watching. Hi, Patrick.
no way.
Yeah.
Hi, Patrick.
Hi, Patrick.
So Patrick, don't panic about all the small pieces we're cutting for mystery, okay? Okay, so this one is, are they ready for this one? They're not going to like it. 5 1/8.
Okay.
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 Yeah.
We can do it. You
Okay,
can do
we
it.
can do it.
First you find
And,
the 5.
and if we're doing 5 1/8, that means that we have to be really, really precise when we're stitching this together, right? So this needs to be 5 1/8 by 9.
Yes, Patty, this is Mystery 53. Patrick said he can't believe you're doing Mystery without him.
I actually announced that at the beginning.
Yeah.
That Patrick's probably going to be mad at us. Or mad at me. I just probably shouldn't pull you into
I'm
that.
just the
us.
innocent sidekick.
Yeah. You were the one who said, hey, we should do mystery whilst Patrick's not here. I heard you. Okay, so we have 5 1/8 inch this way, and we need 2 inches. And we are going to need 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And those are going to get labeled PC.
Okay.
And the last thing we're going to cut out of this little piece that we have here is a 2x9.
Okay.
So we're going to cut a 2x9, but it's not staying a 2x9.
Of course it's not.
Okay, we need one piece that is, wow, this is a really tight piece of fabric. Well, you do have this extra over here, okay? Because this is going to be really tight on this one piece. So we have one cut that is 3 1/4 inches. And this one is going to be labeled PE.
Okay.
And the next one is 2 3/4 inches. And we need 2 of those. Wow.
You got it out of there?
That's the extra they give you out of that cut.
But you do have a whole extra
You do
piece
have an
over
extra
here.
piece there. So
Yeah.
we're going to save this just in case, because we know who's going to be sewing this, right? And this one is going to be labeled PD.
Okay.
How come I don't have a PB? Did I not cut PB? Okay, we're going back to this piece of fabric that we had extra because I've got a label left over that I shouldn't have left over. Okay, so I missed a cut on those. It's on your directions. I just went down an extra line. Okay, so this one is, let's cut it 6 inches. And we need 2 1.5 by 6.
Okay.
You didn't see me cut those, right?
I did not. I can't read that from here.
And those are PB.
So it's probably helpful to make your labels ahead of time.
Yeah, because that's
So-
actually showed me that I missed a
that
cut.
you missed a cut.
Okay, that's PB. Okay, that's it for that one.
Okay, we still have this piece, so we're going to set it aside.
Yep, we are going to set it aside. Okay, we got this one. Even this one needs to get trimmed. Okay, this one is a 1.5 inch square.
Okay.
And it gets labeled K. Not that you really would need to on that one, but we're going to do it.
Okay.
We're going to keep organized.
Yep. We follow directions around here most of the time.
Okay. The last cut is these. And these are actually all going to be cut to the same. So I'm going to open these up. And I'm actually going to leave them just like this.
So this is 3.5 by width of fabric, each of these, right?
Well, they're going to get cut down. If you got a kit, that's what's in
the
your kit.
Right.
If you are buying fabric, you have to buy 1/8 of a yard. That's the minimum amount. But if you're using your stash fabric, they are actually 2.5 inches.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to cut each one of these down to a 2.5 inch strip.
These are the coolest fabrics. I love this one.
Do you?
I do.
I think that was last year's fabric.
I know. We've had it a long time. I didn't know we had it. Have you had it stashed?
I don't know where it was. I would imagine it was in the holiday fabrics. Okay, and now I'm just going to line these up. I'm just making sure that my selvage is, you've got plenty of fabric here, so I'm just making sure my selvage is way over there. And I'm just going to make all of these cuts at one time. And now these are going to get cut to 3.5 inches. So it is 2.5 by 3.5. I'm cutting 4 at a time.
And you need a total of 8.
You need
of
8
each one.
of each one.
Lori, this is a runner.
And these ones are labeled J.
Woo! Look at you. Woo, we did it.
So lots and lots, but as we stitch this together, it's going to give you instructions to grab fabric G, fabric E, fabric PB, and so forth.
We'll
So,
be really glad you took
yes.
this time to do it all.
and we are going to go over to the machine, and we're going to do the first little bit of stitching. Okay?
Are we going to tell them how long the table runner is?
Yes, I can tell them that.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
Can I scooch behind you?
Yes, you may certainly do that. Okay, so the stitching is not going to take very long today because I've only given us a little bit of stitching to do, okay? So, guess what? I need GB
GB.
and I need a C. Now we know how nice and easy this is, okay?
That's why I love doing this. I love
Yeah.
cutting out almost like whole quilts. I'll do this after I've tested a block. I'll cut out a whole quilt and put it in little baggies.
Okay, so we're getting GB and we're going to get C's. And I'm going to put my laser on. And what I'm going to do is I am going to put right side down. And I am going to stitch corner to corner.
Okay.
Oh, I don't want that on. And we're going to make 2 of these units.
Go behind there.
Yes, the scissors. Oh, can you show me the scissors? Thank you. Okay, so you can take these to the cutting table if you would prefer, but we are going to cut off with a 1/4 inch seam allowance.
If you've just joined us, Kate is starting Mystery 53. She just got done doing all the cutting and she's doing the first step of sewing.
And we are then going to press these this way.
Okay.
Okay.
Kate is sewing on the Altair 2 and she's using the awesome extension table to give her lots of sewing space.
Okay, so we've made 2 of those units.
Okay.
And then we are going to make another unit today, and that is going to be G. So we're going to take a G and a GF. Don't you love how this is?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. And we're going to do right sides together. And we're going to stitch from point to point.
Okay.
Now, if you don't have a machine that has the laser, then you would need to mark your fabric with some type of a marking pen.
And make sure you get the white on the right end, and so your diagonal line go in the right direction.
Whoa.
Julie, glad you could join us from the Emissions Testing Center. But it's hot sitting there waiting.
And we have 8 of these units that we are making. So I'm going to separate these and trim.
Does the black light work on the black fabric? Because she saw you turning the black fabric.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't tried it.
No, it doesn't really matter. The black's pretty. It's just a solid, right?
No, well, this one is. Some
Some have a different.
may be a
little bit of-
slightly different black.
Yeah.
Okay, and now I'm going to press this
Open.
open.
Okay. I can't wait for Patrick to come back and keep sewing. This is going to be fun to watch him do this.
It's a hard one.
Yeah. Need to be sure and give him a 1/4 inch foot.
Don't move the needle on
Don't
him.
move
He
the
gets
needle.
really confused with that.
He can do it. I know he can.
Is he still watching or?
I don't know.
Okay, and then we're going to take another 8 of these and we're going to put them on the other side and stitch. And what we are making are tiny flying geese.
Okay. Just joining us, Kate started Mystery 53. She did all of the cutting and now she's sewing the first step. So a little bit later this afternoon, she will get this put up online.
I do have a fabric appointment that has just come in for me. So it will be later this afternoon that these instructions are put up for you, because I will be going straight into an appointment here. Okay, so we're going to separate and trim and press.
And you get this cute little baby flying geese.
Okay, so let's just quickly go over the handout for them. So this is going to be part 2. This is the sewing part. This was the GB, which is this unit with the 2 C's on either corner. And then this unit is the G with the GFs on there.
Okay, and you made 8 of those.
8 of these, 2 of these, and it does tell you that on your directions. I do have one small correction I need to make on my cutting directions. So as soon as that is made, we will get those put up for you all.
Awesome.
Well, thank you all for joining us today. We appreciate it. And we will, do you know who's got live tomorrow? Oh, I think it's me. Cindy and myself are actually going to be dueling machines tomorrow. So we're going to have 2 machines going tomorrow. So hopefully you all join in for that, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Okay,
bye, everybody.
Have a good night.